Welcome to our humble abode here. It's October, obviously. That's why we've got leaves on the front door. Come on, Anka. The last time I showed you guys around this place, we were only in here for about a week, so there was barely anything in here. We've been in this house for about 6 months now, and I'd say I stopped decorating about a month in because I just couldn't be bothered with continuing to decorate and continuing to buy things. So essentially every room has what it needs or that we want in there, and we love where it's at right now, so I will show you guys around the spot. We'll start with the living room. When you come through the front door, there's a small little hallway here, so I added this mirror so you could just kind of look in the mirror, see how you're looking before you walk out the door. This mirror I've had since I lived in Silver Lake. I think I got it at Target about 5 years ago, so it's been in my life for a while now. This is the newest addition in the decor for the house. This is pampas grass, so I picked this up at the Los Angeles Flower Mart in downtown LA. It was really cheap to just pick up the pampas grass. They sort of sell florals in wholesale there, so I put them inside this little vase that I actually got at Home Goods a while back for really inexpensive. I bought several of these vases that I really liked because I just love this like cool blue tone, which you'll see show up many times in the decor. I really wanted to go with white, black, and then neutral tones, and I added in a little bit of like blues and teals, as you'll see, along with green just from the plants that are around the place. So this is our little nook. I call this area the little nook because it has the couch here that separates this living room from the dining room. It's kind of an open space over there, so I like that we were able to create a comfy little nook spot here. It has the fireplace, it has our TV, it has the sort of library there with our books and everything. So this is our cozy spot where we spend most of our evenings later on. And I really wanted this room to feel a little bit more bohemian, so that's why I went with these type of decor pillows that kind of had like the tassel style. And then I've had these pillows since I lived in Silver Lake. They're from Target as well. I think that these ones here are from World Market. What I will try to do for you guys is I will try to find the pieces that I have all over the house, and I'll link them in the description box for you guys. And if I can't find the exact thing, I'll find something that's similar to it. This is a tapestry that I got at World Market. I felt like it really went with everything in this room. I felt like this wall really needed something, but I wanted something soft because I think when you are in your living room space and you're trying to make it cozy, I think instead of finding frames and pictures, it's nice to find something that actually feels like cloth. This was the perfect little spot for Lanka's bed. Somehow I was able to find a bed that matched our couch, which I didn't even realize until I brought home, so that was a plus. This TV console slash bookshelf Alex bought at his old place in Santa Monica, so we've had it for a while. It worked perfectly in this space, so we kept it. That's what we did with a lot of our stuff. We didn't get rid of anything. We just brought it into this house, and we've just been using it. There's a lot of Silver Lake stuff from my apartment and a lot of Santa Monica furniture from Alex's apartment. This TV came from Alex's apartment. This sound bar we got when we moved in here because we wanted it to feel a little bit more like a movie theater. We wanted a good entertainment space. This is our Google Home. This is my pink Himalayan salt crystal. I have several of these around the house. One's in my office as well, and I just love them. They add a warm light in the evening. One thing I love doing in the house is creating a mood during the day or the evening, and this really helps create like a cozy space. These are cuttings from my Monstera plant, which you guys will see in a little bit. When we were looking at places to rent, I was hoping we'd find something with a fireplace. So this was one of the selling points for me because fireplaces are just really cozy and they're very, Alex and I, we love to just be by a fire. So we were so excited about this. We are renting this place and we plan to buy as soon as we figure out exactly where in the world we want to live. I love this round mirror above the fireplace because I feel like it really opens up the living room. It's clean and it just feels airy, and up here I used to have a lot of little knickknacks and stuff and it just felt cluttered, so I feel like it feels a lot more minimal here, which I really like. I found these little crystal bookends at Home Goods. I think they're really beautiful. They add in sort of an earthy dynamic. We're not using them to hold books, but they still look really nice with this mirror. I got these 2 large candles to go on both sides of the mirror, so in the evening when it's cozy and dark, we can light the fire and then light the 2 candles, and it's really, really nice. I've had this houseplant since I lived in Silver Lake. It's actually really cool to have, especially a living thing for this long, because it feels like my plant child that I've brought with me since my like single days, and I don't know, I just really like it. Whenever I look at it, I'm reminded of my Silver Lake apartment. Alex's mom gave us this hand-carved bongo drum from Ghana from when she was traveling there, which is so cool. We recently discovered I'm kind of good at the drums, which is cool too. And then I'm sitting on this puff. This I put my feet on when I'm sitting on the couch. It's cozy, I like the fabric. It's another one of those texture type things that I like, so that's the poof.
Also, when Lanka was a puppy, he really loved chewing on that.
Yeah, where is that?
We had to like, yeah.
Yep, that's the one little spot he got, and then we told him he could never do it again, and he's been really good about it now. He realizes it's not his toy, but this was when he first came from Sri Lanka. He was like, that's a big toy, Mom. So we just keep it like this. You'll never know. This is my Monstera. Truly my most prized possession in this home. It has grown so beautifully. I got it at Home Depot when it was just a little baby, and now it's just stunning, and I just love Monstera plants so much. I think that they are so easy to take care of, and they just add such a beautiful tropical but minimal vibe to the home. I just love how green they get, and I love little Swiss cheese leaves that come about, and oh, I just love putting them in a basket. I love putting plants in baskets. It's another one of those texture things that I'm talking about. I hung over this blanket that we got when we were in New Zealand and this fluffy goodness right here, because you can see the back of the couch from most other areas of the house when you walk into the front door, when you're at the dining room table, and I wanted to make it feel better at the back of the couch, so I figured that this was the best way to do that. And then I added these 2 plants that we've had since we lived in Santa Monica. I got these gold mid-century pots from overstock.com, and I think that they're so beautiful. I'll see if I can find them for you guys. They might be sold out, but I'll see. Now let's go into the dining room. I was most excited about this because I've never had a dining room in my adult life, so I was like, oh my gosh, we can eat dinner in the dining room. Such a simple thing, but it's very, very exciting. We got the table from World Market. I had my eye on it for months before we even moved into this house. Not even months. I think I've been looking at this table for years, thinking one day when I have a dining room. I bought the table and the bench from World Market, and I'll see if I can find it for you guys. And then I just searched online because I wanted there to be different chairs. I wanted different fabrics. I wanted something to be velvety. I wanted something to be nice and cozy and like fur-like. I wanted everything to be sort of different. There's sort of a mid-century looking chair as well. I love different woods mixed together, and so I just wanted it to feel like a mix of different chairs, and almost like you can pick and choose which chair you want to sit on. One of the coolest things about this table is that it can expand, so you can fit up to 12 people, which is really nice for the holidays to be able to have that option. So you just pop this thing off and you open this piece of wood back, you pull it, and then we have the other pieces of wood in the garage, and you just put them there, and then so you've just got another slab of wood to add in there. I love the 2 end chairs on this table. This one's really cool. It kind of has a Scandinavian look to it. It has this rattan fabric here for your bum, and I just love the color of the wood. It's sort of like a honey wood color. And then the other one on the other side is a sort of seafoam green velvet, which is the seat that I really like sitting in. When I bought this, I was like, this is my chair for the table. I really like it. It's so comfortable, and I love the velvety texture to it. We got these stools from World Market. They're pretty fun. You can make them higher or lower, which is good. We really wanted these because whenever one of us is cooking on the other side, it's fun to sit here and chat, and it's a great place to have your coffee in the morning. We utilize these a lot. I got these 2 pieces from World Market, and what I loved about them is that they felt like shells, and I really love like the pearl tone to them, and you'll see that comes up again in the backyard. And because the backyard's right there, I just felt like it really just kind of went together really nicely. I love that it's just light. I wanted everything to feel airy because that's one thing that I loved about this house is that everything's like white and bright and airy, feels like you're in a cloud. Most people would probably put a big painting here or something like that because there's so much space. But I really wanted something that felt like it just blended in with the rest of the house. So that's why I chose these. I've had this bar cart since I lived in Silver Lake, and I love it. I think having a bar cart in the home is awesome. It's great when you're entertaining, and it's just a really great spot to store your alcohol. And right above it, I have this mirror that I think I got from Home Goods, and I just like that it feels kind of like barn style, the wood slabs like this, with the mirror kind of plays in with the farmhouse style that I'm going with. Across from the bar cart, I have this little reading nook. There was a space there and I didn't know what to do with it, but I'm so happy because I had that chair since we lived in Santa Monica. I didn't know where to put it, and it fits perfectly there. Whenever guests come over, that's where they end up sitting. It's in the middle of kind of everything in the living room and the dining room, so it's a great spot to chill with a coffee, especially when it's wintertime and you don't want to sit outside. It's right across from the patio doors, so you can kind of still see outside, which I really like about it. We added some shelves above, which we put little knickknacks and frames on, and then I have a hanging plant that I really like, and I just sit there, have a cup of coffee, and I read some magazines. Right now I have these wedding magazines because we're planning a wedding. Right off of the dining room, we have the kitchen, of course. This is where we spend all of our time. We cook in this house, honestly, every single day, so we are always in here. I love this kitchen. It's my favorite place in this house. We have this really cool fan system. I've never seen one like this, and I thought it was really neat when we were looking at the place. We've got this oven. I have these 2 little towels that I love the design of that I got at Target. There's not much in here, and that's kind of how I wanted it to be. I don't want clutter, so I love that there's a lot of open space on the countertops. But we do have the things that we use the most up here, which is this Vitamix, because we make smoothies almost every day. So that has to be out all the time. We have Lanka's treats, some more Lanka treats, and his pet food. Right here we have the nice big deep sink, which is quite nice, and it's got this little removable hose thing, which I really like, because when I'm cleaning the sink and stuff, I like being able to move this thing around. It's definitely a plus. We have the window here. It's nice because I can see a lot of green trees right outside. I really like that. We have this marble paper towel holder that Alex got for his apartment in Santa Monica that we kept. And then we've got our compost. I've wanted compost for a very long time, and I'm so happy that we're actually doing the composting now. So we've got veggies in there currently. I will show you guys the compost in the backyard a little bit later on in this video. We've got this coffee section, which is the first place we go every single morning. So we've got the kettle, we've got the grinder for the coffee beans, we've got the French press. A lot of people ask me what's the secret to a good cup of coffee, and that is to grind your coffee in the morning so you have fresh coffee. This is the basket that I take outside to the vegetable garden to do my harvesting with my little hat on to protect myself from the sun. Here is a large zucchini. We've got more zucchini and more zucchini and more zucchini. This is actually not even as many zucchinis as we usually have. But I bring this outside when I go to harvest the veggies because, as you guys will see later, we have a very big vegetable garden that we started, and it's abundant, and so we need to go out there pretty much every single morning and harvest the veggies. So that's what this basket's for, and then it sits right here in the kitchen. And it's like, hello, we are fresh veggies for you, anytime. We're leaving the kitchen and going to the right wing of the house. It's not that exciting, so I'll show it to you guys really quickly. I'm sorry that I don't think your office is that exciting, but this is Alex's office. The cool thing about this room is that it has a door leading to the backyard, which makes it feel a lot bigger. And then Alex has like his guitars over here. He has his little chill couch and then his desk all along here with his little globe, very Alex. And then he's got a photograph that he shot himself and then a painting that he got while he was traveling.
This really cool little Buddhist quote from the Dalai Lama that my very awesome aunt from Humboldt, California got for me.
Shout out to Auntie Sal. Exciting times. We have a laundry room. Yay. There's clothes hanging because we live here and we do our laundry like good humans. And then we have this little tiny bathroom that I never go in because this is right off of Alex's office, and this has 3 toilets, this house. So this is Alex's bathroom space that sometimes I go in every once in a while to just make sure everything's in order. But for the most time, I'm just like, I'm just not gonna go in there. Unless we have guests over and then I'm like, clean that bathroom. This in here is Alex's favorite place. When Alex and I are cleaning the house, this is the first place he goes to clean because he's like, I'm just gonna clean the garage. I'm like, have fun. I've never cleaned this space before ever and want nothing to do with it. We've got this little baby painting that Alex got in Guatemala, and then we have our keys hung up here, which is something I highly recommend so that you always know where your keys are. And then I just hang my purse on it so that when we're heading out the door, we're just like, pop, pop, pop. We will go down the hallway. There's the front door, just so you guys get the layout. Before we go into the hallway, this is one of Alex's photographs that we printed and put in this really cool frame. I'll link Alex's photography. You can print his photography and use it as decor for the house. So I'll put that below as well. And then this is a tiny little fiddle that's actually growing up right now. So I'm gonna have to take him out of this tiny pot and put him in a bigger pot because he's gonna be a big tree one day. Now let's go into the hallway. So on my right side here, which is I believe your left, is one of Alex's photographs from India, right? Mm-hmm. So he took this picture of these birds in India, and I really like it. I feel like it goes really nicely with the house. So this entire hallway essentially is tribute to Alexander Ayling.
I didn't want to throw them away.
So this, well, why would you ever throw them away?
That's a pineapple plantation worker in Jamaica. And then this is an elephant.
My favorite.
In Jaipur.
This is my favorite photograph of Alex's. Every time we leave our bedroom in the morning, it's the first photograph that we see right when we walk out of our door. And you walk into this room. It's our very minimalist guest room. It has just the necessities, but I love this room. Sometimes when I feel like reading or just like getting some air or whatever, I just come sit in here because it almost kind of feels like a little reading nook in our house as well. It's just so like clean and relaxing. I got these 2 wood side tables that I believe were supposed to be stools, but I thought they worked really perfectly as nightstands because they're low enough when you have the mattress on the floor. And then I've had these little pillowcases for quite a while, so I added them to here, but I just love how everything's really airy, light, and simple in here. If you have a guest room, something I highly recommend is to keep a phone charger in there because it's just a really nice touch to stay at someone's house and notice that they leave you a charger. Everybody always needs a charger, and it's nice to not have to like dig into your bag to find yours. And then I think a really special touch about a guest room are the books that you put on the nightstand. So in this guest room, I have the 5 Languages of Love, a Dream Decoder, Off Your Digital Detox for a Better Life, and Love Poems by Pablo Neruda. I think you can be thoughtful with the books that you select for your guest room nightstand. I know that we've had several guests mention that they liked the book selection that we had in here, so that makes me happy. I don't know how long some of you guys have been watching, but the next couple of pieces of furniture you guys might remember from my apartment in Silver Lake, this used to be my headboard. It also doubles as an art piece, so I figured that we should just put it on the wall here. When I had somebody come and hang this, I was going to put it as the headboard behind the guest bed, and he highly recommended I didn't. He just thought it's not safe to have this above somebody's head, which I definitely got. I took the risk at my Silver Lake apartment because it was me, but I didn't want to take the risk on other humans. This little vanity I've had for a long time. I almost tried getting rid of this, but Alex convinced me not to. He told me that it is iconic, Carrie, rad, so that I had to keep it. So if you really like this, you can owe that to Alex because he fought for it to stay. So I decided to keep it in the guest room. I noticed recently that they still have this vanity on Urban Outfitters, and one thing I love about this is that it's so small. So it fits into a bedroom space, really any space, really nicely. So if you're in college and you have a smaller space, or even just your bedroom smaller, this will most likely fit because it's very tiny. Out of the guest room, you can turn into my office, which I'm not going to show you guys every piece of because I'm going to do an office tour later on, but this is where I spend a lot of my time during the day. I have my desk here. I've got my big monitor that connects to my computer. I've got my little love seat that I sit on when I'm filming videos. I also sit on when I'm thinking and trying to brainstorm and reading. And it's really nice because this room has 2 windows, which is really nice light for filming. It also is just nice to have natural light in here. I've got this little desk here that is clear, so it doesn't feel like it takes up a lot of space visually, and sometimes I do my makeup here. I have this big mirror here so I can kind of see what I look like before I film a video, or if I'm in here and I'm like changing or doing my makeup, I can look in the mirror. I love this chair from World Market. I feel like the green is so cool, and it's a velvety, and it adds this mid-century look to it. The desk is kind of like a mid-century vibe as well. And then I just love the tones in here. I love the greens, the pinks, and the browns. And then I've got this little bookshelf here that I've been using as a shelf unit. So I'll do a full office tour where I'll bring you guys along like each piece where I got it, especially like this stuff over here I really love. This is a letter from Alex that he just randomly put in my office one day, which was super sweet. And that's it for this room for now. I'll give you guys a full office tour later on because there's so much I can show you in that room. But leaving the office, you can come into the guest bathroom slash the bathroom that I use a lot of the time because it's right off of my office, and it's also the only bathroom that has a bathtub. So not much has changed since the last video that I showed you guys in here because there's this awesome wallpaper that was already in the house when we rented it. I felt like there was not much that I needed to do. This is my skincare cabinet. There's a lot of product here. This is just the stuff that we use when we're having like a pamper night. Alex comes in here now and he's like, what mask do I want to use? This is the rain shower head that I had in my apartment in Silver Lake. Still going strong. Love it. There was some weird shower head that had like lights when we moved in here, and I was like, we immediately need to get rid of that. Still have this little bath caddy that I've had since I lived in Silver Lake as well. I think Alex got this for me for a gift a while back. Yes, he did. Or Chrissy. Was it you or Chrissy? I don't remember. Somebody that I love got me this. And then I thought that this was oh my god.
Yeah,
I've been looking everywhere for this freaking necklace. I think I showed you guys this in the previous tour, but this is one of the first things that I got when we moved in because I just knew that I wanted to have this little sort of storage unit thing next to the bathroom, and it works really nicely when you're in the bath and you just want to grab like bath bubbles or, you know, something to exfoliate your feet and all that good stuff. It's a nice little like grab. The nice thing is when we have guests, they can utilize this bathroom to themselves because we have a bathroom in our master bedroom, which is right around the corner. This is where I keep my hats right now, the ones that I pull from the most. I got this little marble gold decor hanger piece. I dropped a hat. And then I got this little mirror to go below. I've actually had this since I lived in Silver Lake as well. I probably got it at Target back in the day from what I can remember. And then I have this dresser that I believe I got at Overstock.com a while back. I really like the color of the wood. And then I got this round mirror. I really like the black trim on it. I just think it looks really cool. We don't have a lot of black in this house, so I felt like this really made it stand out quite a bit. This is a little painting of, guess who? Lanka. It's a watercolor. I love this so much. The Tourism of Alberta gave me this, which is so cool. Got myself a little ring holder to put my rings on when I want to take them off. This is a jewelry box that belonged to my late grandmother, Grandma Tina. So it's cool to have this because I think of her every time I go into that little jewelry box, which is daily. This is our king size bed that takes up most of the bedroom, and we change the sheets all the time. So right now we've got like a cream colored sheet with this little cozy blanket. We've got this nightstand, and then I've got my little alarm clock, What I Know for Sure by Oprah Winfrey. And then Alex has his side that has his nightstand that doesn't match this one, which we have the matching one in the garage, but we haven't switched them yet, but that's okay. And then we have this tiny bathroom in here, but it's perfect when you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. So here's our shower over here, pretty just basic shower, but does the job. Then we've got the toilet, and then this window leads out to the Zen garden, what we call it, that has our little hammock. So that's where we should go now, is the backyard. I got these white linen curtains, I believe from Restoration Hardware. I have them knotted like this. When they're fully open, they just touch the floor. One tip I have for curtains, look for longer curtains that are long enough for you to put your curtain rod up higher on the ceiling. Because when you put your curtain rod to the top of the ceiling, it's going to elongate your house so much more. When you have higher ceilings, it's nice to accentuate that. So putting your curtain rod up to the top of the ceiling is a way to elongate the home. I think people tend to put the curtain rod right above the windows, which just kind of like shortens everything. So you can knot them up like this. I got 3 panels, or you can keep them so they just brush the floor. One of my favorite things, every single thing is my favorite thing if you can't tell, is this outdoor picnic table. I feel like it's an extension of the indoor picnic style dining set, and I just really like this because we end up eating outside in the evening all of the time, and even in the morning and for lunch as well, because it's just so nice. The weather here in California is so beautiful, so we can eat outside a lot, and in the evening in particular we eat underneath the bistro lights with these candles lit, which is really lovely. These also help to keep the mosquitoes away. We use them quite often if you can't tell. This is where you can find Alex and I every single morning having our coffee. Lanka right here chewing his bone. As you guys have probably seen, if you watch our Instagram stories, we're always storying out here in the morning because this is like where we start our day. I love it. This used to be over there in the middle, and then once we got the dining room table, we switched it over here, and it's quite nice because you can look at the vegetable garden, you can see the bistro lights, and it's just a nice place to lounge back. I got this 3-piece patio set from Target along with these pillows. I believe I got the pillows at World Market actually, and same with the umbrella, which is really nice to block the sun when you're out here in the morning and it's pretty sunny. Then we got this rug, which we end up laying on with Lanka and also working out on from World Market as well, and I like the kind of Moroccan look to it. This is our retractable laundry line that we use quite often. The rest of the world uses a laundry line like this. I don't know why we don't use it often here in the US. It's better for your clothes, it's better for the environment. This, my friends, is our vegetable garden. We've got kale. We've got new tomatoes that we just planted. Before there was butter lettuce there that lasted the entire summer. It was very abundant, but it is no longer with us because it was destroyed by the end of the season. So we replanted tomato, which I see some coming out right now, which is good news. We've got poblano pepper. We've got Japanese eggplant. We've got regular red pepper. We've got jalapeno. We've got rosemary. We've got bell pepper, orange, red, and green. We've got squash. We've got lots of zucchini. We've got more tomatoes. We've got an artichoke. Hello, artichoke.
It's almost ready.
It's almost ready. And we've got basil. We've got thyme. I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing something, but that's a lot of things we've got growing out here. Gardening has become a hobby of mine. It's something that I think about every single morning, specifically because I have to come out here and harvest the veggies. It's taught me a lot about being a human being. It's taught me patience. It's taught me how to nurture a plant, to grow it to its full potential, to then be able to eat it and nourish your body and take care of your body. Cooking with it is so much fun. The fact that Alex and I can just come out here, grab what we need, bring it into the kitchen, and make full meals from the vegetables that we have out here in the backyard. I'm so passionate about it now because I just think that everybody should be growing their own food, because then you know where it's coming from, you know you can grow organic, you know it's good for you, and you know that it's not injected with all of these weird things just to make them bigger, more plump, and more colorful. That being said, some of your veggies won't look the way that they do in some of your supermarkets. Like there's times where I look at a specific pepper or an eggplant or even a tomato and I'm like, this looks a little bit oddly shaped, but it's just because they're homegrown, and that's what makes them so special and also so delicious. Lanky, come here. Lanka. Hey, Lanks. Just licking daddy. Come here. Go. He loves the hammock. Every time we come to the hammock, he tries to jump on with us and all three of us sit on here together. Come on, Mom. Struggling. Okay guys, we are going to go have some dinner. He's looking at birds and like freaking out about it, so I'm gonna go. I love you guys and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye.